Hello friends, welcome to Tech on Target. In today's video, we will see how we can create the AKS cluster. AKS is the Azure hosted Kubernetes services. Uh, in these services, the control plane configuration is managed by the Azure, and you can see on Azure portal by a name of Kubernetes services, you will find the Kubernetes service, and when you click on create new cluster, and you will move to a new screen or new options where you have to fill some basic requirements. And here in Azure, all the things are associated with resource group. And that is the logical boundary. If you are not familiar with the Azure, you can view my other videos on Azure. These videos are in Hindi language. I am planning to upload this video in English language soon, so I can connect with the with my friends who can only understand the English language only. So let's start the today demo. And here we have the subscription is the free trial. I'm using a free trial account. So I have to use the free trial. Otherwise, you whatever subscription you have, you use that subscription. Resource group. Let me create a resource group. For that, we will click on the create new, and we will give name of our resource group. For creating resource group and other resources, you should follow the proper naming convention. Here for the demo purpose, I'm only just entering the just a name for demo AKS, but whatever your organization, whatever the use case, you follow the Microsoft official documentation on the how you can name the in proper convention. Then this cluster period configuration. Then we have cluster name. Whatever the name you want to give to your cluster, you can give according to your environment, your application path, whatever is your use case. Then in which region where you want to deploy your application. I have seen in some organization there is a limit to, like you should have to only kept your application in India only, like some banking sector or other stuff. And then you can select according to your requirement reason. Then availability zone. In zone 1, 3 zones are there. You can select 3 zones to make your Kubernetes cluster highly available. In case of disaster, you can recover, and you can giving the options to cloud to make the Kubernetes managed on this setup. Then we have different price structure. For now, we are just keeping this as standard, and select the Kubernetes version. I'm using the default version, but if you are your application is familiar with the some specific Kubernetes version, then you should create that only. Then we have to select the instance size of our worker node. But when you select this, I am selecting the B2 as because I have one condition here. I'm using the free account. In free account, in one region, you have only 4 core CPU quota. You can't exceed that. If you do the configuration which is exceeding this limit, then you will feel this problem. Your worker node will not get created, and if your worker node get it will throw you error, and your cluster is not ready to host your application. And we are just selecting the 2 worker nodes here, and then we have node pools. And here the node pools, you can select the Linux and you can create more than one node pool, and you can scale these node pools according to your requirement. And in this particular agent pool, we are having the node count is equal to 2. And you can make the other OS like Windows and other whatever your requirement is. You can just go and pick up your required information. But most of the cases I see, we are using the Linux notebook. So that's the playlist at our channel, which where we have uploaded all the videos uh, regarding Azure services, Azure portal services, which will give you the basic and basic to advanced idea how Kubernetes work. So we are at the access section. How your Kubernetes and who will access? Like, you can't give access to anyone in your team to create the cluster or service count and other stuff. Only limited minimum privilege should be given. You can do it via local accounts or Azure AD. Azure AD is getting very popular for authentication, and it's very widely used with the AKS. On many organizations I have seen, they are implementing this, and Azure AD is good. You can go for our demo purpose. We are just going with the local accounts. We just have to do the Azure login and things are ready. And here is the security section, traffic routing session. Not much we need to do here. Then next tab or next is integration. You can integrate it with the you can integrate it with the Azure Container Registry, and you can into integration now, or you can do integration later on also. So then we have the advanced section, and here we have the tags section. Tags are optional, but it is the best practice to use tags in your infra. Then to validate our setting, we need to click on review and create. Whatever settings we have given, according to that, it will give you, if your settings are valid, everything is perfect, so it will give you this validation passed, and you can create the cluster. When you create the cluster, you need it will get created, and when you access it, you need on your system Azure CLI, plus you need kubectl there. How to install the kubectl? I have already made the video when we are creating the AKS cluster, so you can go and watch and create the AKS cluster. That video, most of the steps are same. Kubectl installation steps will remain same for both. Same utility will be used for both. And now our cluster is ready. I have just paused out the video, and we will click on the connect, and when now I think you can see the whole screen. You will see this command. Before running this command, you should log into your account by doing Azure login. Now I have already done the Azure login, and that is the spell, and on terminal you need to run this. Then a link is open that you need to open on your browser, and a code was given to you that you need to enter on the link and confirm. So now I'm not going to do this. I will run this first command. It is, what is it is doing, it's setting the subscription on my local system, and then I will get the AKS credits, and it will saved in my .kube config. Wait for, yes, it's saved, and merge demo as cut. Okay, it's done. Now we are ready with the authentication part. If we hit the Kubernetes API, we will get our result. So let's how we hit the Kubernetes API. We will hit the kubectl get nodes, and you will found the result that you have 2 nodes. When we are making the configuration, you see that we have selected the 2 nodes as the configuration part. Others you can check by typing the other commands and deploying your application. So that's for the today video. I hope you like the video. Please subscribe and share with your friends, and if you have any feedback, please comment out.